Yo, what's going on, guys? KG Presents back out with another video, and today I'm here with some must-add players off your fantasy baseball waiver wire. Crazy to say this, but we're already here on week 5 of the MLB season. The season's already flying by. Over 20 games have been played so far this year. But either way, I'm here with some fantasy baseball additions that hopefully are going to help you on your roster towards winning this week, as well as bring you one step closer towards winning your season. So without any further ado, let's get into today's video and these must-add players. The first player I think you should add is Travis d'Arnaud. So far this season, he's hitting .260 on the year, which is actually good for a catcher, with 4 home runs and 12 runs batted in. He's also scored 10 runs this year. Now, I did say in a couple videos ago, I did recommend Travis d'Arnaud. You can check that video out if you're interested. Travis d'Arnaud has obviously made the most of his opportunity with Sean Murphy being out for a month. Although the other day, he hit 3 home runs against the Rangers. Absolutely crazy, 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in. He didn't register a home run, though, in his first 14 contests of the season, but he went deep 3 times Friday. That's the first time he's done so in one game since 2019. His offensive outburst propelled him from a .591 OPS to .819 through 52 play appearances so far this year. Now, obviously, that makes sense because he was getting some inconsistent playing time before Sean Murphy was injured. Now he's getting that regular playing time at the starting catcher position for the Atlanta Braves, and he's going to continue to do very well for the rest of the time while Sean Murphy's out and he's getting all this playing time. Now, is he going to hit 3 home runs every game? No, of course not. That's just not how it is. But I do like to think, though, that Travis d'Arnaud is going to continue to have some very solid success. He's proven that he is a very, very good hitter, given the opportunity to do so, and that's what's going to happen while Sean Murphy continues to be out. So especially while he's out, be sure to add Travis d'Arnaud on your roster, especially if you're looking for some catching help as well. He's going to really help out your team towards winning a championship for the time being. Next up, we have Bryan De La Cruz, an outfielder from the Miami Marlins. So far this season, he's in .275 with 5 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Now, obviously, yesterday's game against the Cubs on 420, he didn't do very good, but take that game out of his crazy stretch beforehand, though, he's been doing really, really well. He was getting the start at DH and batting second, and he took James Antalion deep in the 4th inning for the Marlins' first run of the night. Fortunately, though, they were already in a 7-0 hole at that point. However, that was a big home run for him. Prior to that game, though, obviously this is the last game of that series, he had a 7-game hitting streak going, which was a stretch for 10 for 29, which is a .345 batting average, by the way, with 3 of his 4 doubles on the season, 3 of his 4 home runs, and 10 of his 11 RBIs. The power surge has boosted his slash shine tremendously, and at that point it was .286, .294, and .476 on the season through 85 plate appearances. This recent hot stretch has been catching the eyes of all baseball players alike, and I think he's going to be a great addition onto your roster. Now, I know obviously there's a whole ton of outfielders you could potentially add onto your roster. He has some big potential there, hit .275 on the year, maybe 30 plus home runs. You want to snag him before anyone else does. So either way, hope you add him onto your roster and hopefully he works out. Next up, we have Jesse Winker from the Nationals. Sorry for the Brewers footage. I couldn't get some Nationals footage for this, so my bad. But either way, so far this season, Jesse Winker is doing really, really well, hitting .339 with 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. He's also scored 12 runs this season so far, and he has 2 stolen bases on the year. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible seeing how well he's improved this year, because last year, it really wasn't the best for Jesse Winker. Only a couple days ago, he was one of the only players on the Nationals with multiple hits, as he counted for 6 total bases, while the rest of his teammates scored 4. He struggled with his bat over the last 2 seasons in Seattle and Milwaukee, just like I said before. But either way, he's off to a really blistering start this season, and just really excited to see how things turn out. Is his production going to continue to keep up for the rest of the season? Well, honestly, you never know what's going to happen here, because the thing is, though, I don't think anyone expected him to do so well to start out the season. I don't think he's hitting .340 on the year, though, but you never know. If Jesse Winker's able to hit .300 on the year, I think he might be a very good addition onto your fantasy baseball roster, so potentially go out and add Jesse Winker onto your team while you have the opportunity to do so. Next up, we have Amed Rosario from the Tampa Bay Rays. Obviously, he's a shortstop, second baseman, but he also got outfield. He's been playing a lot of right field for the Tampa Bay Rays so far this season. At this point of the year, he's hitting .343 on the year with 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. He's also scored 6 runs, and he has 3 stolen bases. As of yesterday, he was in the lineup for the 7th straight game, 4 of which have come against left-handed pitching. He's recorded multiple hits in 5 of those 6 contests, producing 2 home runs, 6 runs batted in, and 5 runs scored. He's also recorded a stolen base in consecutive games, giving him a total of 3 on the year now. Going into the season, though, they were expecting him to be a platoon option for the Tampa Bay Rays this year, but he's been absolutely electric, though, because remember, he signed in the offseason, though. I remember the Yankees actually gave him a contract, too, or they offered him a contract, I should say, and he said no, he preferred the Rays contract offer. He's been doing absolutely electric so far this season, so shout out Amed Rosario for that. Also, I'm sorry for the footage of him in Cleveland, though. Again, I'm sorry, couldn't get Rays footage for this, but either way, he is on the Rays, in case you didn't know that. Obviously, like I said before, they were expecting him to be a platoon role this season, but he's clearly emerging as an everyday player while playing primarily in right field against lefties and second base against righties. I can't wait to see how this goes down here for the rest of the season for Amed Rosario, but clearly you want to add him onto your roster here while anyone else has a chance to do so. Literally on ESPN, he's at 23% roster percentage, so you have a good chance of getting him on your roster. Be sure to add him if possible. Last but not least, we have Brandon Marsh. I actually talked about him in my video last week if you want to check out those players, because I still think they're pretty relevant today. Feel free to check that out if you want to. But I still think Brandon Marsh can be a great addition onto your fantasy baseball roster. So far this season, he's hitting .286. He's hit 5 home runs, 12 runs batted, and he's also got 1 stolen base, and he has scored 8 runs so far this season. So shout out Brandon Marsh for this. In terms of roster percentage, he went up from 6% to 35% over the last 2 weeks, but I believe he still warrants a pickup in many league types. I said this last week, he's been in the lineup for the Phillies almost every single game so far this season, including lefties, which is obviously important because he's left-handed himself and he doesn't falter against the left-handed pitching. He has just enough power and speed to help you out a little bit of everywhere so far on the ball field, and he's showcasing a new approach this season, swinging far more and selling out for power. While that has led to a high strikeout rate, he also isn't swinging and missing as often, so there's a chance that the strikeout rate corrects. Now, he doesn't really have big strikeout rate, I should say, over the course of his career, so I'm not really expecting that to continue to be so high. But the thing is, though, if he's hitting .286 and continues his big home run pace that he's currently at right now, and he's hitting over 30 home runs this year, I mean, I think that's pretty good, especially, you can really have the chance to just go out and get him off the waiver wire. Now, obviously, again, he's another outfielder that I'm mentioning here. There's so many outfielders. Literally on ESPN, though, his roster percentage is only at 11.3%, so it's not like he's completely out of the picture, though. There's a lot of leagues that don't have him on the roster at all, so I have some other players that are slow to start off the year. But either way, I think Brandon Marsh is going to be a great addition onto your roster if you choose to add him onto your team. So that's going to be the conclusion of today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video and the 5 players I have listed in today's video that are going to help you out. Feel free to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed the video or any other potential players that you think are going to be beneficial towards your fantasy baseball roster. Obviously, I'm only doing 5 players, so I'm probably going to be missing out on some as well. So either way, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Once again, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video of this next Monday. Hope you all have a great day today.